Hello, guys. We are starting to test our sound and test the visibility of our screen. So, in case you are online with us, tell us if everything works properly, if you hear my sound, and if you see actually me and my screen. So, guys, we are welcome newcomers who are with us. Uh, I need some help from your side, please. And tell me if you hear me clearly and if the quality of the screen is good for you. So we could start. Hey guys, it is 17 already, and I think we should start. My name is Jane, and I'm customer care from Stripo. Welcome to the Stripo webinar dedicated to webinar invitation email creation. And we're glad to see you here with us. And let's just wait for some minutes for who are hesitating if they want to join. Okay, let's just wait for 1 or 2 minutes for them. And while we are waiting, I will introduce you the topic and agenda of our webinar. Our topic is create an effective webinar invitation email. Our agenda is as follows. So first point, how to create a catchy subject title and hidden preheader with Stripo. how to create a main banner, how to boost your registration rate using CTA buttons and timer, how to create the body of invitation email referring on your speakers and agenda. And of course, the last but not the least, help your customer to add link to the webinar in their Google Calendar so they do not forget about your web party. I hope that you will enjoy the webinar, and also I want to introduce my colleague, my helper, Valeria. She now with us in the chat, so she will be glad to answer all your questions. Please do not hesitate to put your answers in the chat window. And if you have any question, also put it to the chat window. So let's begin. But I want to also say that putting together the webinar could take hours of work and cooperation with your team and speakers. Yes, it's very complicated. And the main idea of the webinar is introduction it to people. So actually, you need people to come. And you can invite these people on your webinar via social media or put advertising on your site, LinkedIn, or word of mouth even. Tell us what ways do you know also for invitation people. But yet we sure that email campaign is the best way for promoting your webinar. So let's check how we can build an effective webinar invitation email using Stripe tools. For this, you need to sign up in your account, proceed to your project, and click on email messages. And click on this green new message button. Okay, and proceed to these prepared template tabs. You see, we have almost 1,000 templates here. They are made by designer, and designers update and fulfill this folder I believe every week. So they created all these templates for your inspiration, and you can grab any of this template and use it, except of premium one, as premium one are available only for business and agency plan. But also you can use free ones. They are absolutely free for you, and you can take it. Okay, we can search it by industry, feature, season, and type. Okay, I will search by type and by discount. And let's pick up the most interesting template for us in order to lay out it together. Okay, I like green and yellow colors, so I will probably grab up this. Who else like green and yellow colors? Guys. Okay, it's loading, and we now got it. Before the start, I want to mention that 133.2 billions is expected numbers of sent and received emails per day in 2022. Wow, right? For that, you must make sure that your webinar email stands out in the crowded inbox, and you can do this by writing an outstanding subject line. So how to do this? We offer you some tricks. Include in the subject line the word webinar to identify the message from the start. For example, webinar invite, how to gain first 1,000 subscribers for YouTube channel. The second point, people always search some information in the internet and input how to in the browser. So add this to your title and state the practical use and knowledge the participants will learn from your event. Okay, for example, learn how to make graphic from scratch. Ask a question. For example, how to make your skin glow. And of course, introduce speakers, especially if their names are world famous. For example, interview with the pioneer of login creation, Casey Neistat. Yeah. And 5, include numbers. 9 things you would never say when asking a raise. And 6, if your event is free, focus on its availability. Free webinar, be your own boss and teach English online. Also, guys, we do not recommend you to use clickbait in title, as it could attract non-loyal or accident visitor, or your visitor could be disappointed by a mismatch of actual content and the subject title. And to sum it up, guys, your subject lines essentials are the word webinar per se, the topic of your webinar, and preheader, where you online the main idea of the webinar. So where should we put our title in Stripe or email? Okay, click on the template. I have already saved my title here. And very important thing, to underline your title more, you can use emojis. So my title is From a Casual Reader to a Passionate Reader. Yeah. And of also, I suggest you to put the preheader that will underline your title into this field. So let's just test how it looks like in my Google account. Let's send the quick test and check it together with you. Oh, guys, I have a lot of emails. Oh, see that we are seeing our title with the emojis and with the header preheader. So how do you think? Would you open such email if you've seen such emojis or title or preheader? Okay, move on. So your customer have already opened your email. This is almost victory. So the first thing they see is the banner. Since a banner is located at the top, it's responsible for making the first impression. Its purpose to grab attention and prompt the recipient to register for the webinar. Its design depends on event, purpose, and format. Okay, so let's start from follow-up header. The task of the header is to further explain the benefits of the event. This is like a complement to your title. So just to build such banner with the header is not a rocket science. You can do it easy and fast in Stripe using drag and drop editor. Let's do it together. Let's delete the Stripe. Here, add additional structure, click on test, and I have already saved my hidden preheader. And I use the tricks with the numbers because people like numbers actually. Yeah. Let's align into center and give a little bit more equal padding to the structure. Okay, let's make the color of the text yellow to match our design and make the text more bigger, for example, like this. So, and let's change the font. Please be advised that we recommend you to use standard safe fonts because it's almost 1% of guarantee that your template will render properly almost in all email clients. So I will pick up font Lucia, because I like it. Okay, and let's make our hidden bold. So here it is. I like it. What do you think? Great, move on. So here we see there also a text. I want to change the font for this text too. And I will grab the banner font. Do not hesitate to use our banner font because after the regeneration, banner will make this text with this font a part of the picture, and it will render properly with any font in all email clients. So do not hesitate to use any attractive font for you. So, wow, this font looks beautiful. Let's use it. So great. Looking good. And each banner should have date, time, and duration. And let's establish hours. I've decided that my webinar will take place at 20th of February. And it will last only one day. So time will 12 p.m., okay, and duration 1 hour. I'm sorry, let's do it 2 hours. Please take note that your audience could be situated all over the world, and we need to help them to figure out what time zone do you mention in your webinar. So we are situated in Ukraine. Our support team is situated in Ukraine, Dnipro. By the way, where are you from, guys? You can type where are you from to Valeria, and she will collect all your answers for me. And I will recheck it after the webinar, guys. Okay, so I will put UTS +2 because this is our time zone. And also we will pick up the font we used before. So it looks nice. I think it looks nice. What do you think about my banner? So the goal of your banner, even without reading the further agenda, banner should clearly state the purpose of the webinar and provides all details. So my customer will know for sure that my topic of webinar will be about the discovering reading for them, and it will be lasted for 2 hours on 20th of February, and the time zone will be UTS +2. Great, let's move on. The registration process of the webinar is the main key thing. We advise you to make registration process as easy as possible. So you can place the link to your registration page or use your stream actually to the image, to the text, or to the button. I have configured this button here, and I want to make my button outstanding from the other content of my template. So I will put some designer on it. Click on this block with me and go to the appearance and to the button section. And here we see control highlight hovered buttons. It's very useful control. I will show you why. So disable it or enable it, sorry, and check what color should we have for highlighted button. I suggest you to pick up the same like orange as we have here to match it to our design and to add the green text to highlighted text color. Yes. Do you see that the button has already been changed? Okay, what else can we do with our button? We can change the text style, make it Lucia, make it a little bit bigger and bold. And we also suggest you to make the borders. Okay, and the borders will be the same color to match our designer, of course. And let's make them 2 pixels. So you see, our buttons now looks attractive. Also, we are offering you some marketing trick for your button. This is also psychological trick, is to refer to CTA title as a seed. This gives readers the idea that there may be a limited quantity of reservation when in general most webinars can have an endless amount of seats. It's a simple but effective trick to use and gain some additional registration. So the popular invitation CTA's names include register today, sign up, register now, but I will use save my seat. And we will put here our save my seat. And now you have some personal connection with this button because it's your seat and you want to save it. Okay, let's move on, guys. Also, another psychological trick to gain some more reservations is a timer. A countdown timer feature is a great way to create sense of urgency amount of your target audience. When you can hear or see a clock ticking or running out, you instinctively want to take action quicker than you would have if there was no clock. This is the principle behind the countdown timer. So it does not just inform your audience of how much time is left till your webinar, it also creates a sense of urgency around register for it. So let's customize our timer together. Easy and fast, as always. Click on timer and choose the end date. My webinar will take place at 20th of February and I will probably choose 90th of February as the end date, 23:59. Okay, pick up correctly our time zone, UTS +2. Number font will be changed to Lucia. Great. And what else can we do with the timer? We can change the separator, disable display days control or not, and put the link to your stream or to your registration to the timer. We can align timer also. We also choose the size of width or height, for example, like this. Or we can adjust it to bits. I like adjusted to bits timer. Yeah. And also here we see the advanced settings for timer. I would prefer to make my digits a various color that match with our design. So we see the blue color here and let's use it on the first digits and yeah. Let's make it more darker blue. Perfect. And let's make another digit as green. So we have such colorful timer. Okay, let's move on. As we have decided that we are volunteering and our webinar is for free, we will just delete all information about buying the tickets. Volunteering is always good, guys. Okay, let's delete all this. And every webinar should have an agenda. And the agenda needs to be clearly stated in the body of the webinar email. So if you have a speakers, make sure that you introduce your speakers on your webinar invitation email. I've decided that my webinar will last for 2 hours and I will have only 2 speakers, Evelyn and Logan. So I'm sorry, I need to delete the Emily. Yeah, I will delete the Emily and we need to make this structure more equal. So we click on the equalize control here and check each image, the size of the image, and change the size of the image width for Logan. And now we have the equal structure. If your speakers have a site or social media, do not forget to add this for your speakers so your customers could refer on this social media and learn some more additional information about your speakers. Great. So, and here we have a structure with the agenda. We will quickly recreate these 2 containers together. It's not very hard deal. So let's drag and drop the structure with 2 empty containers. Click on text on it and let's just try to recreate this container. So this webinar has 2 days duration, but mine is only for 2 hours. So I will just copy and paste the names of my speakers. Evelyn Reed. Okay, center her name and make it bold. Of course, Lucia. As we do not recommend to use more than 2 fonts in your template, we have already used the banner fonts and Lucia, so yeah, and I will make my font more bigger and make it black. Great. What else should we do? We need to fulfill the background of the container. We will click on this container just to copy paste the code. And we need to proceed to container and add the background color of container in this area. Great. And let's round the corners, similar to this. We need to go to the settings panel, to the border, enable it, and add some borders here. Let's make them black. And let's round them. So we have such great looking container. I think it looks good. Okay, let's recreate this block. For this, we need to copy paste the container. Yeah, and drag and drop the block menu. Yeah. Delete the not necessary items. Click on the menu. Proceed to icons and links. And align the image on the left hand and the text on the right hand. Okay, let's move on. And let's add the image of our speakers here and set the topic for her. I think she would rather tell us about classic literature. Great. So we need to make the background container as transparent. Delete this block. Yes, and delete the border. And make the topic a little bit bigger. Of course, we will use Lucia. And font size 18 and make it bold and black. Maybe not very big, like, okay. So, and here you can find the time of her speech and description about her topic. Let's just copy paste it and drag and drop very quickly. I've decided that the Evelyn will talk for an hour. So I just put here from 12 till 13. Okay. Equalize it. Sorry, align to center. I'm sorry. This is my first webinar that I'm a little bit nervous. So sorry, guys. Okay, and align to center. So let's recreate this empty container. For this, we need just copy the container, click on this copy button, and drag and drop here. And of course, drag and drop this ready container there. And let's input the correct name of the speaker. This is Logan Mitchell. Yeah, and make his name bold. And our Logan Mitchell will have his avatar and will tell us about modern literature, maybe. Yeah, I think it's fair. So, okay, Logan Mitchell will speak from 1 p.m. till 2 p.m. Great. So we recreated the agenda in 5 minutes. So you see that's not hard with Stripo, and Stripo offers you the drag and drop feature and the copy and block feature. So feel free to practice after webinar. Okay, let's move on. Here you can see that this section tells us to buy the tickets, but our webinar is for free, so we just change it on Join Us. Great. And of course, we do not stay with the buy ticket. We will change it on Save My Seat Now. As your recipients have already examined the information about your speaker, your agenda, and they really want to save their seats now. Yeah. And let's delete this structure because we don't need it anymore. And information about the tickets. Great. So, okay, your customer have already registered on your webinar, and one more thing is left is to help them not to forget about your web party. How to do it? Stripe provides a quick and effortless way for your user to add your events to their calendars. Once added, the event will act as an automatic reminder, and recipients will get a notification when the conference is about to start. People who click these links can save your event to their calendar, which will also remind them about your event automatically. So how to do it with Stripe? Click on your template, click on the plus, drag and drop a structure with two containers, and let's add the text right there. I have already saved my text. Do not forget about the web party and the link to the Google Calendar. Okay, let's just input it here. So how to make this text as a link and how actually to generate this link? Please use third-party Google Calendar generator. Here is it. So great, we need to put title here. Our title is Spark a Passion for Reading. Okay, 15 ways to motivate daily reading practice. Okay, let it be so. You can put a description of your webinar, of course, here. I will just input the random text. Also, location. Location, as we have already said, online. Great, the location is online. And set the start time and end time. My webinar is on 20th of February. Start time 12. And end time 14. We will work without a break. Great, generate. So the link has been generated. We will copy it, paste it to our area for link. We have some link already here, but we will input ours. Okay, great. So let's check if it works. Push on preview. And click on it. Great, it works. So as you can see, it's very easy and will help a lot not to forget about your webinar. Okay, let's continue to customize the structure, make it more attractive actually. Let's add some image that related to our webinar. For example, I want to add this image with the book. It's appropriate for our topic. Okay, customize it a little bit. Yeah, and let's align it closer to our text and make this text actually green and disable underlined links. Let's make this text Lucia. Yeah, I like this font for no reason. Okay, and let's make this text more noticeable like this. Let's a little bit align it horizontal with the hub of the paddings. Great. I think it looks good. Guys, what do you think? Okay, guys. And the last thing, but not the least, as I mentioned in the beginning, is signature. It's essential to keep your signature clean and simple. You might do it yourself with HTML coding, but that can take a lot of time and resources. So try using Stripe email to create a nicely designed email footer. And I even propose you the quicker way is to use pre-built models and search it by the filter, by the category footer. Okay, let's grab any appropriate footer. Just let load 5 more. So I like this one. Let's drag and drop it here. And you see this menu with your social media. If you have any social pages, you can input the links to the social pages. Also, you can write some information about your company here and make this text as a link here in this field and put the link on your site here. So let's make this font also Lucia. Done. So, and in the end of our presentation, I'm offering you some magic. Let's put background GIF animated picture to blow some life in our template. Okay, how to do it? We need to proceed to appearance, general settings, and here we can find the background image control that need to be enabled. Okay, we have enabled it, and click to this area and pick up the necessary background image. Great, we are sparkling. Guys. So let's click on preview and check how it looks like on desktop. So what do you think about our webinar invitation template? Do you like it actually? So guys, I hope that you enjoy my presentation and my email creation together with you. Let's check if we covered all the topics of our agenda. So we have learned how to create catchy subject title and hidden preheader. We have learned how to create a main banner. We have learned how to boost our registration rate using CTA buttons and timer. Done. And learn how to create the body of invitation email referring to speakers and agenda. Done. And we helped our customers to add the link to your webinar in their Google Calendar. So we have successfully finished our webinar, and if you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask them in the chat. Me and Valeria will answer shortly now. Do not forget, please, to write us in the chat and in the email address. We will answer all your questions and we will happy to help you. And we will hope that very, very soon we will have another webinar to teach you how to lay out with Stripe easy and fast. Thank you for watching this and bye bye.